So last rivalry game for you, I believe, right?
Yep, last one.
Being from Colorado, have you kind of adopted the mindset of the locals for this thing?
It's the guys across town. It's that that mindset. Obviously, when it hits this week or whatever last week was, that as soon as that Sunday hits, after we watch the film, it's done and it's on to SC week. And we got a coach that played here and has been in that game, so it's that rivalry, that bitterness is just that much more, just because of it's like you get that true rivalry where everybody's kind of been through it. They know what it is. They know how gritty and how tough it is. So.
You mentioned the coach who's played in it. Have you seen any signs this week of how much this game means to Coach Foster?
It means a lot. You see him, he's fired up in the team meetings on Monday. He's fired up just every day coming out here, and that just says a lot about who he is. Week in, week out, he comes fired up, and you can just see it a lot more this week. Is just his energy is felt. It's more present.
And how does that differ from when you were playing Chip, and obviously he didn't have a personal investment in it. Just how different is that?
I think it just gets the energy going, right? You get somebody where business is business, and then you get a coach where business is the business, but he also knows deep down that he came here, right, and it's something that he has, a little rivalry that he has going, too. So it just gets that energy going, and just that will of wanting to win and wanting to be successful that much higher.
USC's Woody Marks went over the 1,000-yard mark last Saturday. What stands out about him, and what works for them in the run game schematically? How do they have their success?
He runs hard. Their linemen get good push up front. They do a great job of when they get attached to blocks, finishing blocks. And he does a great job of being patient, finding the hole when it's there, and then if it's there, he's downhill now. And you see that works across college football a lot. So.
He's also had a catch in 55 straight games. As a linebacker, how much are you guys going to have to watch?
Just looking at film, we know he's involved in the pass game very heavily. So obviously, as a linebacker, we're gonna have to keep our eyes peeled for that, and just as a defense, overall, we'll have to keep our eyes peeled just for his concepts and where he's involved in the pass game.
You've been part of wins in this rivalry, but not a home win. How much would you like to do
this would mean a lot. It would end a long streak, and be nothing more to send the seniors out and to get Coach Foss' first head coach win against SC at home. That would be a special one, I think, for this entire program.
And obviously the defensive coordinators are a storyline of its own, just because of Dan Lynn being here for the 1 year. What did you take away from that 1 year with Coach Lynn, and then what's it been like with Coach Malloy being able to carry on that success that you guys enjoyed last year?
It's just we just keep it simple. Obviously, our defense, you see what we do. We're fast, we're physical, we fly around, and I think that's where Coach Malloy comes in. He instills that. Some of the stuff is most of the stuff whatever it is from last year, but it's more so him teaching us of being, no matter what the scheme is, no matter what defense we play, no matter if it's an entirely new package or if it's an entirely new front, it's always the same thing, fast and physical, and that's how our defense plays, and that's where we thrive. And we create havoc. Last year we created a lot of havoc with our up front guys, and this year we created a lot of havoc overall as a defense, and I think that just goes to who we have
out of the DRE pillars, how important is the discipline piece in a game with this kind of emotion?
Obviously it's going to be a very high emotional game. Emotions are going to be running, and we just gotta keep poised. And if someone says something, it just takes a man to turn around and walk the other way and not say something. And Coach Foss said that on Monday. So it's just that discipline aspect of they always catch the second person, right? So if you get pushed, don't push back, right? It's a rivalry game. They're going to be looking for that, right? Because they know what comes with the rivalry game, obviously, So, and then it's just, we gotta not put ourselves in bad positions, right? So that discipline act, if we're in a third and 10 and we get unsportsmanlike on a defense, and that puts us on a first down now, and so it's just giving them the ball and that hidden yardage within the penalties. We got to be very disciplined because they can take advantage of that.
They obviously made a quarterback change, and there's obviously limited film as far as him in their scheme. How much are you guys at all looking at what he did at UNLV, or is it one of those things where because it's a different scheme and everything?
where I think we're doing both. We're looking at scheme and we're looking at how he is as a player, right? So you go back to UNLV and you see what is he like as a player? How does he run the ball? What does he look at when he's throwing the ball, stuff like that. And then obviously we're looking at the scheme of SC, and so we're going to take two in and kind of dissect it like that.
Awesome.
Good. Thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Kain.
Thank you.